Alright, hello everybody, this is Zaxter99. Today I'm going to be going ahead and placing a first impressions, first review on a new game that just came out earlier today on Steam, and that is Unlimited Escape number 2. Now the first one came out, this is a strategy first game, and I don't think they have a very high reputation for putting out high quality games or publishing high quality games. The first Unlimited Escape came out back in February, doesn't even have a single review on it yet. I haven't found any videos on it. This one also did not have any reviews or videos at the time that I bought it, and I decided to go ahead and play this game and see if it is worth your $4.99 US dollars. The first week it does have a 15% discount, so it's about $4.25. So it looks pretty interesting, and I like the game's unique, and I'm going to go ahead and show you why I like it and why I hate it right after this. Alright everybody, welcome back. Alright, so the goal of this game is to basically lead prisoners in a randomly generated area, maze type area, on each level, back to a safe zone. And once you do that, you can move on to the next level, and the levels get progressively harder, but they are randomly or procedurally generated every time, which seems like it would make for a, varying game that would be different every play. But let me go ahead and show you the settings here. Settings, you have camera normal, difficulty normal, enemy speed normal, and number of enemies low. We're going to go ahead and leave that on default. And then rankings, it does rank you. These are all my scores, and I don't know if this is local or if this is on a server, but I believe this is a server. And I think all of these are mine, I'm pretty sure, because I don't think anybody else has even bought this game yet. It was at 0, and there was nothing on there until I started playing it a little bit ago. Statistics, it gives you your statistics on your current gameplay. And then after that, it's pretty much just go ahead and start the game. We're going to go ahead and start a new game, show you how this works. And the aim of the game is to save a number of prisoners in the maze. On each level, to do this, you have to group them and bring them to a save point place within the maze. So it's random. You kind of see a map up here. And here's your save point, as you can see. And here's your guy. Okay? Now, my first complaint with this game is the movement. To move, you're simply going to move this little hexagon blue thing back and forth like this, and it rotates your character, as you can see. Now, rather than having standard WASD controls, as I would expect, what they require you to do is hold down the left mouse button to move in the direction that you face. It does continually show you arrows pointing back to your safe zone. I guess that's okay. These orange areas are danger zones. And then these guys here are your prisoners. You have to find them and get them back home. Now, enemies can spawn in these danger zones at any time. What you want to do is get close enough to these guys, though, and hit the E key, and they will actually follow you. And you'll see that now I actually have a enemy coming out. These guys, this is the one cute thing about these games. Anytime you have a confrontation like that or a war, any prisoners that you had following you will run off to a wall and cower and shake. You have to go regather them and then come back. So I'm trying to get them to a safe zone, but I gotta watch that danger area just for that right there. And if he touches you, he kills you just like that. Now, the game is a little bit difficult because of the control mechanism that they have chose for this game. What I would prefer to see is, rather than actually moving the mouse back and forth and holding the left mouse button down to move forward, I would prefer to use like A and D to rotate left and right, W to move forward, and S to move backwards. That would be a lot more, controls people are used to. And what it would also do is leave the left mouse button for fire. But instead, we have these awkward controls and space to fire. And even if they did it like I did it, you could make right mouse button be to gather your guys. But it just makes it really awkward to get used to. You can't customize the controls, so I don't like that. We are on level 2 now. We have to save 2 out of 6 total captives. Again, if we get touched by any of the enemies, then we immediately lose the level. So I'm going to hold down my left mouse button to move here. Very, very awkward and hard to get used to. I don't know why they didn't use a WASD control system. They still could have done the rotating thing and everything like that, just A and D. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and hit E here to gather these guys. Now notice this big blue circle here. It will actually... I had to pretty much shoot my own guys there to kill that enemy. And here comes another one. It just would have been a lot better to use the mouse button to fire. If I hit E again, I turn it off. So I have nobody following me. And it's almost like the enemies don't come at you unless you're trying to get guys to follow you. You cannot blast through these walls, but what you'll see in the game is these things will actually end up crawling after you. Notice in this video from a previously recorded game, you'll see the mobs crawling over this very tall wall to get at me. As you can see on the left-hand side, they are crawling over. That is a very tall wall, and it doesn't matter to them. They are simply crawling over you. And I've had and seen this happen a number of times already, only playing this game for less than an hour. So this is a game-breaking bug. It's not in early access, so this is something that is obviously intended, and I hate it. Notice he doesn't care about me right now until I actually hit the E button to have guys follow me. And they got me. So this is my biggest complaint right here, which I'm fixing to mention. Not the awkward controls, not the fact that later in the game on certain levels you will see these enemies crawling over the mountains rather than, you know, it's basically just like they're walking right through it, except they're crawling over because they're not programmed with enough intelligence to actually find you in the maze. They just simply end up crawling over the walls to get to you. I've seen that a number of different times, and it makes it feel like a really cheap kill because first of all, you can't even shoot up to kill them while they're on the walls. You can only shoot in a straight path directly in front of you, so you can't shoot them while they're up on top of these walls. But that's not even my biggest complaint. The awkward controls and the fact that mobs will crawl over the walls to get to you is not even my biggest complaint. By far my biggest complaint with this game is that, let's say I just failed this level. Well, if I want to go and replay the same level here, I can't. All I can do is hit fire, and what it'll do is take me back to level 2, and it will make a completely different procedural level for me. Well, what if I want to play the same level that I just failed at? I mean, a lot of people, when they fail at a certain level, they want to play the same one again because maybe they learned what they did wrong. Maybe they want to try it again. If only they had got around a certain corner or had done something differently, they would like to try a different method to beat that particular level. And there is no option to play exactly the same level over again and try to fix the mistake. So that, by far, is my biggest complaint with this game. Come on, guys. The fact that you can't play a failed level over again without regenerating a new random level. That's my biggest gripe. Second biggest gripe is the awkward controls. And the third biggest gripe is the fact that the mobs will actually cheat or use a cheat method to crawl over these walls to get to you. And you'll see that on a number of different levels. I mean, other than that, it could be such a good game. I really want to like this game. But the fact is I can't. Another thing is if I'm in my save zone, these guys can still kill me. If it's my save point, I understand that's a point where I got to get my guys, but if it's a save point, you would think it would be safe there. But instead, I can get killed in my own save point. There's just too many fundamental flaws with this game to actually give this game a high score, even though I like that it's unique, and it could be so much better. The fact is, though, this game is not an early release. This game is considered a finished product the way it is, and sometimes it's also just way too easy. Like right now, I got plenty of captives right here by my spawn point, and it just makes it way, way, way too easy. Oops, I scared him somehow. Come on, guys. I said it was easy, but then the guys come out and kill me. But if I wouldn't have scared him, I would have won. And I think I scared him by hitting the wrong button because I shot instead of hitting E. So, again, the awkward controls are a killer. The fact that mobs crawl over the tops of walls to get to you is a game breaker. And the fact that you can't repeat a level you just failed without it regenerating a new random level is a game breaker. So, as much as I want to like this game, I have to give this game my 2 thumbs down. Let me go ahead and go over my scoring for this game. Biggest factor, the biggest criteria for any game is the value. Game's only $4.99. So I try to give, base games on how much gaming value you get for your money. Here, I am pushing it to give this game a 20 out of 40 at $5. Keep in mind that if you get the game for 99 cents or half off, your value will be a little bit higher because you paid less. But 20 out of 40 at the $4.99 price tag. Next criteria that I base a game on is how much fun is it. This one is worth 30 points, and I give this game a 12. Again, that's pushing it. Because of the flaws that I mentioned, this game isn't nearly as fun as it could be. So 12 points out of 30 there. Again, the value I gave 20 out of 40. My next control is a possible 20 points, and that's controls and bugs. The controls, I've already mentioned, I don't like the controls at all. I don't know why they didn't do a WASD and let you use the mouse to fire. That would have been a lot better, and there's no way to customize it. So with the bugs, the monsters crawling over the tops of the walls, I consider that a bug, even if it's intended. 5 points out of 20 for controls out of bugs. And then my last criteria is only 10 points, and that's graphics and sound. I only give that 10% of my overall score because I don't think that's nearly as important as how much fun and what kind of value you're getting from a game. Graphics and sound work fine for a game like this. They're not exceptional, so they're not going to get a 10, but they certainly are good enough for a game like this, so I'm going to give the graphics a 7 out of 10. So if you add up the 20, the 12 for the fun, the 5 for the controls, and the 7 for the graphics, you wind up with a score of 44% out of 100. So not a very high score, but the game could have been so much better. This could have been an 80 to a 90 score if it wasn't for the problems I mentioned. So hopefully this video has helped you guys out, let you guys know, making a more informed decision on buying this game or not. If so, please comment down below, let me know, and be sure you rate this video if this video has helped you, if you like the video. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. This has been Zaxter99, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.